Good day all, this is TurboDave here at Performance Corner. We're going to show you how to stuff wire, how to make a good crimp. And in the video, you're going to notice that it's a six-sided crimp, right? So this is basically the general tool that we're going to be using. This one's a little large. Here, I had this one here. Here, this one's smaller. This one has a smaller crimp size, but I have a few of these. And I like the six-sided crimp. I just feel that the even crimping all the way around creates a better solid mass inside when it's the right size. So we're going to be talking about this, and the alternative to this, if you don't do the stuffing basically and make it tight, is this. And this is basically this is a standard crimping style, right? You get your butt connector, you put it in one of these, whatever size you are, and then you crimp it down. And so basically there's like tang, and it pushes in and it pins it in the middle. So you're gonna have a lot of wires that are hanging around the empty open areas, and a few that are pinched, and hopefully most of them are pinched in here, right? And so that's your continuity. That's what's making the connection. So what happens is, so now that you know that, when you crimp something all the way around on, the six sides, what happens is it creates more of a solid core. So all these wires in here, when you pinch it in the middle, you have these other wires that are loose in here. They might be in there, they might be making contact sometimes, but not always. They're loose. But these two here are definitely making contact. When you use the six-sided one, all these are tight in here, and it's basically like making all the strands one solid core. So you're maximizing the efficiency of your wire, and you don't want to run a solid core, because a solid core, it's not flexible, it's hard to use, it's really made for home type stuff. But when you use a automotive type grade, I won't even go into the the Tefzel and all that type of stuff. For motorsports, but just even using regular wire that's multi-strand wire, you're going to have a more solid looking core, which is going to transfer the amperage or the voltage or wattage, whatever, the power, better than if you just have a single tang that's crimping it, like this. So you'll see it in the video, but we stuff it. We put basically what we're doing is we're taking a butt connector in this video, and it will work with anything, if you have a ring terminal or whatever. And because we know that the wire is loose inside, we put extra wire we'll strip back a piece of wire, and then we'll just cut it and put it inside there. And you'll see in the video, and the rest of later on in the video, how it works. But I'm just trying to explain the difference, because on that part, so you can see the difference between what we're talking about here with the different crimpers. All right, so this is what I call stuffing. Sometimes you get these. This is a 18 to 22 gauge butt connector, and clearly this is at the very least an 18 gauge. But when you put it in and you do a hexagonal crimp, a lot of times it won't capture it unless you do a ugly crimp. So what I do is I literally take some small gauge wire and put some inside there, and then it tightens up the area. So put this down, and then I'll put some inside there. I'll show you how it goes. So you can kind of see there's a little divot inside there, and that's the cable, or the other wire strands. And that was a 20 gauge wire, and I just put the whole short piece inside there of a 20 gauge wire. And there it is. It's tight. So, oops. So I'm pulling on it pretty good. And that's the Hex Crimper. So as you can see, there's different ways of doing this, and this is just our way. It makes a better looking crimp. It makes it more solid, and when you put the heat shrink over it, you can tell, you know, the general layout of it is nicer. So it makes the cabling smoother when you have it laid out there. But moreover, it's the performance that you're getting out of it, because it's crimping every single wire in there together, and you know, maximizing the efficiency of the size of wire you have. You know, if you're running a small gauge 20, like a 20 or 22 gauge or 24 gauge, you know, you have very small strands, and you know, you're probably sending some type of signal, and you want to make sure that it's getting the right signal. It's definitely not going to be something that's a heavy drain on that wire, being it so small, but it's something that you still want to make sure that the signal is 100%. And the best way to have 100% efficiency is to make sure that you're using all the strands of your wire. So I hope you enjoyed the video. This is TurboDave here at Performance Corner. If you have any questions, or you want to see something, anything, or if you want to see more electrical, we're going to have more electrical, more tools on the electrical. But let us know. Let us know what you want to see, and we'll get it to you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was informational and informative. Sorry, and please subscribe. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Stay safe.